everyone, welcome back to my channel, and also a welcome back to myself. So I know I've been gone for like a really long time, but I'm finally back, and in this video I'm just going to be coloring with you guys, and I also want to kind of talk about why I've been gone and what I've been doing a little bit. So I was actually feeling kind of aged up in my regression space when I colored this. So that's why I'm using color pencils and actually able to color, because usually when I'm regressed, I'm really tiny, so I don't really enjoy coloring as much. But this time I was feeling around 8 or 9 years old, so I was able to color. That was super fun. Okay, so the last time I posted was in September of 2021, and this video is going up sometime around August 2022. So it's almost been a full year since I've been on YouTube, and let me just tell you, a lot has happened since the last time I was here. Start with the two biggest things that have happened since I've been gone. First of all, we got 4,000 subscribers. That is so exciting to me. I never thought in a million years that I would have this much support, especially for posting content about age regression. You know, when I first started my channel, I was really scared about what people might think. I was even scared of like what my family would say. But the support that I've gotten from everyone has been so like unbelievable, and I just want to say that I'm really thankful for that. And I know I've been kind of inactive lately, but that doesn't mean that I'm ignoring you guys or I'm ignoring the support that you're giving me. I read the comments. I don't always reply, but I do read them, and I do have a video coming in the future where I will reply to some comments and questions. Don't worry, they'll be all anonymous, so I won't put your name on or anything. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for still supporting me even while I've been gone. The second biggest thing that has happened is that I have finally gotten an official autism diagnosis, and this one was unexpected, an official inattentive ADHD diagnosis, which is also known as ADD. So that was honestly a large part of the reason why I've been gone, and why I left so abruptly. It's because getting a diagnosis, especially for autism and ADHD, being 19 years old, well 19 at the time, and also being a black woman, made it like really hard. And so actually succeeding in getting my diagnosis was very much life-changing, and the process of going through it had like highs and lows. And so overall it was exciting, you know, being able to finally be validated and feel heard and seen. But it's also a lot of like, before you get that diagnosis, when you're in the space of waiting to see if you actually have it or not, it's a lot of self-doubt that goes into it, and a lot of like just emotional stress that I was going through. And I was also like on here thinking, what if I don't have autism, and what if I'm like not neurodivergent but I'm saying so on my channel, and you know, like what if people think I'm faking it, and all those kind of thoughts are going through my head. So I was kind of like, let me just step back from YouTube, because I didn't want my content to decrease in quality, and I also didn't want YouTube to feel like a chore. So I was like, let me just step back, and so that's what I did. I would like to make a video talking about all of my diagnosis and kind of going into detail, maybe even a series. So if you'd be interested in that, just let me know. And I also would like to make videos talking about how I got my diagnosis. So I will also, if you want to hear that, also let me know in the comments down below if YouTube doesn't turn them off. If they do, I will make a community post where you'll be able to comment under it. Anyways, so right now my current diagnoses are autism, ADHD, OCD, PTSD, depression, and social anxiety. So those are my current diagnoses. They fit me to a T, and it feels so like relieving and good to finally be able to look at my diagnoses and say like that's how I feel, that's what I'm going through, that's me. And it's taken me pretty much my whole life to get to this point, but now that I'm here, I feel like a whole new person. Like just getting my autism and ADHD diagnoses has like, it's almost like I have to relearn how to be myself and relearn who I am, and what I want out of life. It's really like, I don't know, it's like being reborn kind of. And the journey actually does not stop at just getting a diagnosis, for me anyway. Um, Even though I've kind of stepped back from that too, because we talked about treatment options, and I'll go into depth about that in the next video that I make. But treatment options are kind of scary because there's like transcranial magnetic therapy or something like that. That's kind of scary, and then also going on to meds is also kind of scary. And then I have this thing where like during the summer I'm not really needing to focus or concentrate on anything, and so I'm like in my own space, I can work at my own pace of life. And then I kind of do that, and I start thinking like, okay, this isn't really debilitating, I don't need meds, I don't need to keep going to therapy. When in reality, I get back to school in the fall or spring semester, and then it feels like my life is falling apart all over again, because having autism, ADHD, OCD, etc. is actually debilitating. And I kind of tend to, I don't know, like I guess overestimate my ability to cope with those things during the summer when I'm not really needing to. And then it always falls back on me tenfold in the fall or spring when I need to focus on school or work or whatever it might be. So that's kind of something that I've been working on. But yeah, I mean, progress is progress. So now let's talk a little bit about what's been going on with school. If you didn't already know, I'm a university student, and I'm actually entering into my junior year this fall, in August, this month actually. I'm going into my junior year, and I'm really excited about that. I recently changed my majors, and so now I'm a double major in biology and studio art, but I'm not really sure what I want to do with those yet. I thought I had kind of an idea, but my plans are always changing, so we'll see, I guess, when the time comes, what I actually end up doing. But I do have a huge passion for biology and science, and also for art, so I'm like, why not just study both while I'm already there? So this semester I actually signed up for mostly art classes. I'm really, really excited about that. I have like a photography, pottery wheel class. There's also drawing, and then I'm also taking Japanese, which is kind of a wild class, but I needed the credits. So, and I love learning new languages. And then I'm also taking another bio class because I want to keep working on my bio degree, obviously, because I'm a double major now. I have to keep working on both degrees. And I kind of wanted to take a step back from the science part of my degree because I was feeling kind of burnt out, kind of, I guess, getting bored with it from working on it so intensely for all these years. So this year will be a nice refresher, and hopefully I can get my passion back for biology and kick it right through my senior year. And I've also got news for this fall semester that I'm actually excited about, surprisingly, because last year, if I had been told this would happen, I would probably be throwing a fit, having a meltdown, etc. But I'm actually gonna have a roommate this year. So I'll be sharing a dorm with someone, and we're actually gonna be in a suite style. So we have a roommate group of 3, and I'm very excited to be talking to new people, interacting with them. But that also does mean that I will be regressing less. So I'm kind of nervous about that because that's kind of always what I've fallen back on in the fall when I get to that kind of like, this is really overwhelming, life is too much stage. And so now I'm gonna have to kind of either be more discreet or refocus my coping mechanisms, and try to regress less. So that's kind of been one of the main things that's had me feeling any type of negativity towards actually having a roommate. Other than that, I'm really excited. I kind of got lonely last semester, being in the dorm by myself. And so I'm excited to have roommates now. But honestly, the not being able to regress as much won't be as detrimental to me as it would have been, say, a couple years ago, last year maybe even, because I've recently not been regressing as much anyway. And I say that with the positive tone because it's what was happening was I would regress to allow myself to openly stim and openly feel whatever it is that I'm feeling. And so since I've gotten my diagnosis, I've been learning to be able to do that without having to regress. So if I want to stim, I've been working on trying to do that openly, and it's hard, kind of, because the social anxiety really makes it hard, because I'm always thinking like, what if this person thinks I'm weird, like what if I'm not sitting normally. But I have been trying to train myself to stim a lot more openly, and just to truly be myself and make myself comfortable when I need to, because to be quite honest, being a neurodivergent person in a world that's built for neurotypical people is really hard, and I give myself a pat on the back for doing it. And also, if you are neurodivergent, I give you a pat on the back as well, because it really is hard. But I'm trying to unmask, be my true self, and just learn how to make myself comfortable when I need to. So what's really been happening is I've been either just not regressing, age dreaming a little bit, or just regressing to like my older headspace, which is like 8 or 9 years old. And it's really like relieving, because I'm like able to act regressed, I guess. Like, let me think, how can I explain this? Like, I'm able to do the things that I do when I'm regressed, but when I'm aged up, so I don't have to be regressed to, color around people, or just to do, regression things around people. I don't have to be regressed anymore, because I'm unmasking and showing people this is just me making myself comfortable around you. If you have a problem with it, we can not be in the same space as each other. It's that simple. Another reason that I've been regressing less, and also why I've been posting less, is because someone else moved into my house, and so now I'm sharing a room. And I'm also not feeling too negative about that. I'm usually pretty bad at sharing. It's something I should work on. But, I've been working on it, and I'm actually excited to be sharing my room. Right now, it's a mess because I'm packing for college, but once we get everything set up, I'll be able to give you a new room tour of my half of the room. And then, so yeah, that would be a fun video. But I've been sharing a room, sharing a house, and so I only have about 3 hours in the day where I'm totally alone, where I'm able to film and do things like voiceovers and stuff. And so because of that, it might be more videos coming up like this, where I'm just maybe coloring, drawing, or something like that, and doing a voiceover. Other exciting things that happened is I kind of started working. It's like I'm just selling stuff on Poshmark and also on Etsy. I will show you guys what I'm selling on Etsy. I'll pop up a few pictures or something and put the link in the description if you want to support my shop. I'm making like little beaded bracelets and jewelry, and I also have other things coming that I'm working on, so stay tuned for that. That's been really enjoyable because it's an environment that's at my pace. I'm working at home. I can, choose what days I want to work or what times I want to work. Because sometimes I just feel more productive at nighttime, sometimes more productive in the morning. So that's been really nice, and I'm really enjoying that. And I also went to a Curtis Connor show. That was super fun. I'm like still excited over that. Just the fact that I went, and then my sister got me one of the t-shirts. Um, that was just like super fun. One of the most fun things I've ever done. Um, so we went there, and kind of a funny little story is we had our tickets, and the tickets have like a bunch of letters on them, and ours had like A something something right before our seats, and our seats were actually V, which is like the last row, but it was angled kind of at a slope, so it wasn't like a bad angle or anything, and the venue was kind of small. But we got there, and the lady that's like telling people where to sit, she looks at our ticket and goes, "This row doesn't even exist, but I can make it for you guys." And so she takes us like all the way to the front of the venue, and we're sitting like at the stage pretty much. And then she gives us two chairs and tells us we can sit there. And so we're like the only two people that's that close to the stage. And so we were just like sitting there in disbelief. And then we finally re-looked at the tickets and realized that she put us in the wrong seats. And so, us being the honest people that we are, we went back and told her, and we got our rightful seats. But that was like a really fun experience too, just being that close. This wasn't during the show, this was like right before, so we didn't get to see Curtis Connor that close, but it was still fun. So I think that is all the information that I wanted to share with you guys about where I've been, where I'm going, what's been going on in my life since I've been gone. Um, Also, I want to say that I am somewhat more active on Twitter when I'm not active here on YouTube. So if you still want to see like snippets of content from me, or just want to chat or whatever, you can follow me on Twitter. The link will be in the description also, and possibly somewhere on the video. And I also post on Instagram. I haven't posted there in a while either, but I post like just pictures of my stuff because I really love my items and things, so I post those. And yeah, I think that's it. This video is coming to an end, so I'm just gonna let you enjoy the music and watch me finish coloring this piece. Bye guys, I love you so much, and thanks for all the support.